Good afternoon. Welcome to Swain High School in beautiful Bryson City, North Carolina, where the Swain Maroon Devils will host the Blue Ridge Bobcats in a boys soccer match today. These teams faced off about a week ago, which ended up with a 3-0 victory for the Blue Ridge team. Swain's only conference loss of the season. Swain stands at 3-1 in the conference. I believe Blue Ridge is undefeated in conference play. They still, in fact, both of these teams, Swain and Blue Ridge, still have Highlands to play twice this year, and Highlands is the perennial conference champs. Have been for the past, 10 or 12 years anyway. It's a beautiful night for soccer, especially given the weather we've had lately. The field is a little less than ideal. However, it looks very nice. But, good opportunity for Swain there. Getting into the 6-yard box, Austin Schuler almost had him an opportunity to put one away. I think Holden Petty may have crossed that ball in there for him. I'm going to try to give you some starting lineups here. Starting lineup for the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Number 7, Diego Catleotl. Estefano Ramirez, number 10. He's a junior. Diego's a junior as well. Number 11, Justin Hall is a junior. Number 12, Levi Taylor is a freshman. Number 13, Michael Jennings is a senior captain on the team. Number 14, nice save by Swain there. Blue Ridge is working the ball in the 18 there, trying to make something happen. Preston Robinson for the Maroon Devils had to push that one out of bounds. Noah Pressler, number 14, is a freshman playing. Anthony Nieves. And there's a goal for the Bobcats. Little bit of a deflection and a mix-up there, and got the ball snuck in on the back post.
The score is 1-0 for the Bobcats.
That'll put the Bobcats up 1-0 early in this game. 38:42 left in the first half. Carter Farron is a freshman, number 17. Ben Riddle, a senior, number 19, a co-captain. Xylon Nope is a senior, number 29, and Zachary Hall, number 30, is a junior, be playing. That's just unfortunate. Swain had a real good opportunity down on their end and then turned the ball around, and unfortunately for us Swain fans, the Bobcats were able to take advantage of their first good opportunity. Be a corner kick for Swain. Looks like Eduardo Zavala to take the corner kick for Swain. Got some numbers in the box. Great opportunity here, headed just wide.
By Eduardo, just a little wide.
Didn't see who got a hit on that ball. Might have been Holden Petty.
It's the second kid right there, went up to Eduardo.
Yeah, that was Holden Petty, number 8. Got the head on the ball. It was a beautiful ball served in there by Zavala. Drew Johnson cleared that out for Swain. Cooper Reinert clearing out. Unfortunately, Cooper's gotten pulled out of that, but nice save. Nice save by Brody Randall, Swain's keeper. If you were with us last broadcast, or if you had an opportunity to view that, Brody Randall was out. He had some stitches over his eye from a non-soccer related incident, something to do with him and a fire hydrant. And we're fortunate to have Brody back in. He's been a very integral part of this Swain team so far. Looks like we have an offsides there. Okay. Cooper Reinert's going to take the free kick. Just kind of a matter of a technical thing. Anytime on an offsides, it's called an indirect free kick. You'll watch the referee. He'll have his hand straight up in the air when the kick is taken, and he won't drop that hand until it's touched by some player. And the difference between a direct kick and an indirect kick is an indirect kick must touch someone else before it goes into the goal. So that's why the referee holds that hand up in the air. If he hasn't put that hand down and the ball goes in the goal, it would be not counted as a goal. Brody Randall with a save again. I can see he's already starting to get a little muddy down there. Like I said, the field looked awful pretty if you're looking at it on the screen. I can tell you from experience, I was down there painting lines on it this afternoon, and it was quite squishy. So I'm sure we'll see a little mud and junk. Ooh, got fortunate there. Cooper Reinert didn't quite take care of business in the middle there, and Brody Randall wound up with a one-on-one. Fortunately, he came up and made himself pretty big by closing this distance, and the Bobcat striker missed wide right. Starting lineup for Swain, your Maroon Devils. Number 2, Nate Logan is a junior. Number 4, Preston Robinson is a sophomore. Number 5, Will Ogle is a junior. Number 7, Vicente Pedriera is a junior. Number 8, Holden Petty is a sophomore. Eduardo Zavala, number 11, is a senior. Number 12, Jake Pitney is a freshman in there. Number 16, Cooper Reinert, playing in the defense. Anchor in the defense. Uh-oh. Nice save by Brody Randall. Saw in that play right there, we were trying to pull an offside trap, trying to catch them in an offside position when the ball's played to them, and it didn't quite happen that time. And that's the result whenever your offside trap doesn't work, is you wind up with a good goal-scoring opportunity. Or shall we say a bad goal-scoring opportunity if you're a Devils fan. Continuing with the lineup, number 21, Austin Schuler, will be playing an outside mid. He's a junior. Brody Randall, you've seen in the goal a couple of times already. Number 24, Drew Johnson, will be playing stopper, or that kind of central upper defensive position. He's a junior. And number 25, J.J. Job, is a freshman, also in that starting lineup. Reinert take the kick out of the back. He serves it up. Cooper does some double duty for Swain Athletics. On Friday nights, you'll see him kicking for the football team. Reinert, you see the footing there, how it's a little suspect. Plays the ball on the right side there. Whoa, we got a foul. Jake Pitney was fouled on the play. And it looks like Holden Petty's going to take the free kick for... Nope, he's going to back off, and we're going to let Eduardo Zavala take it. If you're looking there, seeing the jostling there at the front line, they're trying to hold us kind of to keep us from getting any distance. Austin Schuler's going to make his way to... Oh, and he gets... I'm sure he'd like to have that touch back. That is not what he wanted to do with that ball. Be out past the end line for a goal kick.
It'll be a free kick for Blue Ridge.
For Blue Ridge. Oh, must have been an offsides call, from judging by where they spotted that ball. Hall to throw it in for Blue Ridge. Nice long throw. Reinert stepped up to try to clear. And Reinert clears it out. Be a throw in for Blue Ridge.
Nice clear by the Devils. It'll be a throw for Blue Ridge.
Out again. No, yes, finally out on the end line. Be another corner kick. My name's David Outlaw. I'm giving you the play-by-play today. Joe Holtz on the camera, and he does all the technical stuff and the editing and putting it all together and making sure it gets uploaded so it can be viewed. Number 16, Anthony Nieves. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but Cooper Reinert's trying to clear it out of the back. Now Holden Petty's getting it, and Devils are on the run. Trying to get some numbers up. Wanting to get a ball through there. Had Vicente Pedriera was there. Sometimes you'll see what looks like should have been a foul called, and in soccer, the referee has the option of letting the ball play on if he sees that the team that got fouled maintains an advantage. He does not take that advantage away from the team. So sometimes you'll see what looks like an ugly foul, and the referee doesn't call it, but what he's doing is giving the advantage to the team that still maintained possession of the ball. If it was a bad enough foul and he wants to give a card, a yellow card, or even a red card, he has the ability to come back later and do that after the ball's been played out of bounds or whatever. Hall throws it in again for Blue Ridge. Ramirez down the sideline, and Swain plays it out of bounds there. Will Ogle played that ball out of bounds for Swain. Pressler is going to throw this one in for the Wildcats, or the Bobcats, I'm sorry. Ooh. Brody Randall came out there and just didn't quite get enough of his hands on it again. Things are a little different because it looks pretty, but when that ball's rolling around on that ground, I guarantee you it's wet when it comes up and the keeper tries to get his hands on it. Looks like we might have about another half hour or so of sunshine in our face right here. That's kind of rough on us doing the broadcast. But given the rain we've had lately, we just feel kind of bad complaining too much about it. Cooper Reinert's going to clear it out of the back, and he puts it into the stands. Ball back in play. Ramirez wanted a foul there, but the center referee kind of told him maybe you should get back up and let's keep playing. He didn't think it was a foul. Had a nice touch there by Austin Schuler playing the ball in, trying to find Pedriera's foot. Down to about 28 minutes left in the first half. Kind of have to say Blue Ridge has probably had the better of play here. And they do have the better of score. They're ahead 1-0. They've been pushing. They got 4 right up there on the front line ready to make a run right now. And it seems like they're getting those numbers up there quite a bit. Blue Ridge is going to make a substitution now. As is Swain. Carter Davis comes into the game for Swain. I'm trying to get you the Blue Ridge player in question has too much mud on the back of his jersey. I can't see his number. Be a goal kick for Swain.
It'll be a goal kick for the Devils.
There's just something about the fall you can't really explain, but the shadows just look a little different or something. You can tell it's fall. The contrast out there. I pulled up a game from last year over the summer, and that's one thing I really noticed looking at it during the summertime when you're looking at on film, even on film, you could really tell the way the shadows were and the way things look. It just looked like fall. Beautiful time of the year in the mountains. Ball played out of bounds by Blue Ridge. It'll be a throw in for Swain. Drew Johnson to take it. Carter Davis gets a foot on it, going to send it through, and played out safely by Blue Ridge. Again thrown in by Johnson. Nieves trying to get loose up top. Carter Davis pushing one through. Holden Petty, Carter Davis. Oh, tried to push it through to Pedriera, and it didn't quite make it. Drew Johnson trying to break up the counterattack by Blue Ridge, and he plays it out of bounds. Be a throw in for Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge has the runners going. Boy, they're Levi Taylor with a shot from outside, and right into Brody Randall's hands. Randall brings it out to the edge of the 18 and gives it a ride, makes it almost to the half line with it. Carter Davis comes up to stop that attack. Cooper Reinert dribbles a little bit, tries to put one through. Be a throw in for Swain on the near side. Carter Davis got the ball at his feet. He's looking, gets a nice ball to the outside. That's the perfect play out of the middle for this 4-4-2 attack. What you'd like to see is your outside mid. I'm sure Coach Outlaw and Coach Hampton would like to have seen that outside mid playing out just a little bit wider so that he could have made a better run on that ball. When the outside mid gets, we have an offsides here.
Offsides on the Bobcat. It'll be a free kick.
Estefano Ramirez, just a little too far there. What you like to see is those outside mids playing out wider when you're on the attack so that you can put that ball into the corners and they have the best shot at getting to it. And that kind of, when you switch the field from one side of the field to the other, if you got the ball on the near side, for instance, like we had there, the defense tends to come over in that direction. And if you can have that one attacker on the far side, it's like Swain a little too handsy on the way in, fouled a little bit or did something, so broke up a good opportunity in attack right there.
Foul by the Devils.
But if you got the ball on the near side and you find your target man on the far side, he's got less defenders. Well done again by Brody Randall. Blue Ridge is getting a lot of good opportunities one-on-one with Brody, and I'm sure Coach Outlaw, Coach Hampton would like to see that change a little bit here. Oh, the Blue Ridge player misplayed the ball. Throw in by Swain. Zavala looks like took the throw in. And Holden Petty's got the ball at his feet. Now see, if you're on this near side, you got Austin Schuler playing that width over here. What we're going to do is try to find him. They're switching the ball around, and they did almost play a ball out to him. Ramirez got the ball. He's going to take it's a good play by Cooper Reinert coming back. Clear the ball out of trouble. Drew Johnson trying to move it up. And that was last touch by Blue Ridge, so it'll be a throw in for Swain. Drew Johnson was going to take it. Got about 22 and a half minutes left in the first half. Again, the score is 1-0. Blue Ridge. It's on the ground, called a foul on. Okay, yeah. And the foul was on Swain, so it's going to be a free kick for Blue Ridge. The referee initially pointed in the wrong direction. It kind of confused me a little bit for a second. Blue Ridge is going to have a kick. Number 14, Noah Pressler, is going to take that kick. He's got some targets there, and whoa. I bet neither sets of coaches are too happy to see that ball go floating through there with nobody getting a foot on it. You're defensively, you want to clear it out of there, and if you're attacking the goal, you're wanting to bury it in the goal. But for us Swain fans, it's unfortunate. Ball coming in, you can see Cooper Reinert's back of his jerseys smeared. And he clears it all the way to midfield. And the ball actually gets through. And Blue Ridge has to clear it out. What you'd like to see, of course, it's not near as easy. It's easier talking about it than what it is doing it. But when that ball gets through, you'd like to have a Swain player anticipating that to happen, and he'd be loose behind their defense. Carter Davis throws it in. Holden Petty gets a touch on it. Looks like Drew Johnson's going to play it out wide to Schuler. Schuler mishit the ball. And once again, Blue Ridge trying to push their front line up and get through, get behind our defense. Like I say, they've been pretty successful so far. There we go with a play to the outside, but just a little too much pace on that ball. Here's where we'd like to win this ball in the air right here now and just put it right back where it came from. Keeper's going to punt. Carter Davis is always good at winning the ball in the air or wherever. He played that one out a little wide. And that's played out by Pedriera. Cooper Reinert jockeying with it. Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. Tried to play it off of the Bobcat attacker that was coming down. Reinert's going to throw it in now for the Devils. Bobcats win it back. He's taking a look, trying to find. The 11s are battling one another there. Zavala and Hall right in the middle of the field. Will Ogle. And you can see Preston Robinson out there with his footing. Big chunk. Going to have to do like they do in polo games at halftime. We'll have to go out and replace all the divots. Played across. It'll be out off of the Blue Ridge player last, so it'll be a throw in for Swain. Drew Johnson coming over to take the throw. And that's last off again. Bobcat. Johnson throws the ball in. And that looks like it's going to be a routine pickup by Brody Randall there in the goal. Randall brings the ball out to the 18. Gives it a ride and into the center circle. He's pretty consistently putting that ball right at the half line. That's just what we'd like to see, at least. Austin Schuler couldn't get a foot on that. Going to be a substitution for the Bobcats. Looks like Carter Farron is re-entering the game. Drew Johnson gets ahead on it. Carter Davis is able to settle it with his chest, get it on the half volley, and get some field position. That should be off of Blue Ridge, so be a Swain throw in Bobcat territory. Got a substitution coming in for Swain. Joey King. I think there was another substitution, but I didn't catch that one. Preston Robinson plays the ball out. Really got Austin Schuler over here kind of isolated. If we get that ball across to him. Again, they got some numbers there. Got a one-on-one with the keeper once again. And ball's shot wide left. It's like Mystery Canope, number 1. Cooper Reinert once again to play it out of the back for Swain. About 16 minutes left in the first half. Again, it's still 1-0 Bobcats. They scored early in the first half. Swain like to keep that ball on the Bobcat side for a little while. That's something the Bobcats are kind of been known for ever since I've been watching them play for about the last 8 or 10 years. They seem to, you can work like crazy to get the ball down there into the field, and then they'll put a hoof on it and send it right back where it came from and be deep in your territory.
It'll be a free kick for the Bobcats.
I don't know. Reinert to sell it. That mystery Canope putting some pressure on Reinert. Last touch by Swain. Be a throw in. Drew Johnson stops the ball. Finds Holden Petty. Holden Petty's looking. Trying to get that switch. Maybe one more. Oh, get a little flick there, and we might get. Looks like Vicente Pedrera is now on that outside mid on the right-hand side. And we got Eduardo Zavala and J.J. Job in the middle there in an attacking mode. Carter Davis throw the ball in. Shadows are starting to come across the field. Won't be long before the sun will be tucking in behind the mountain there, and I can tell you Joe Holt and I will be happy to see that happen. We've been squinting the better part of this first half. It was pretty hot to start out with, but now that the sun's getting low on the horizon and as it dips back, it's going to be a very pleasant evening. Throw in for, whoops, we got a substitution coming in. Blue Ridge will have the throw. Carter Davis gets ahead on it. Eduardo Zavala flicks it on. And Blue Ridge plays it out. That was Michael Jennings, a co-captain, that played that out. Carter Davis to throw the ball in for Swain. Finds Holden Petty, who's unable to hold on to it, but last touched by the center referee overruled the linesman or the assistant referee on that, and now she was in what I thought was an offside position, but apparently not. Ball's played out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Swain. Brody Randall's a little slow getting up. Hopefully Brody will be able to shake that off and be okay. I think so. He's walking a little gingerly, but he's going to be fine.
It'll be a goal kick for the Devils.
A little over 12 minutes left in first half here. Cooper Reinert gets some distance on the ball and hopefully give Brody a little time. We got a good opportunity here for Swain. Had to be played out by number 19, Ben Riddle, played the ball out for Blue Ridge. If you look around the field, it's starting to show a little bit of signs of it's being played on. Like I say, it's a very soft field today. It's squishy. A lot of water and mud coming up. That ball was played through and was timed perfectly by Blue Ridge forward, or the Blue Ridge attacker. Probably coming out of the midfield from that angle. Cooper Reinert chased him down, wins the ball back, and Brody Randall again puts the ball down inside the center circle for us. Diego plays the ball in. Cooper Reinert Missed it at first, but was able to make up for that. Tries to find Austin Schuler out on the outside, and it was played out of bounds by the Blue Ridge team. Thrown in by Swain. Drew Johnson had the ball at his feet. Made one too many touches with it, and it's taken. That should be an offsides, and it is. The referee, assistant referee, goes up with a flag. You'll see the referee, if you're looking at him, he's holding that flag down at a 45-degree angle down. That signifies to the center referee that the offsides was on the near side of the field. On an offsides call, when the flag goes up, if you see the referee with the flag straight out, that means it's in about the center of the field, in line with him. And if you see him up at a 45-degree angle, that means that the offsides occurred, was called on a player who was on the far side of the field, and that's where the ball should be spotted. It's part of the communication process for the referees. There's another offsides, and you should see this time he's got that flag up at a 45-degree angle, signifying it's far side of the field. If you have a chance to watch the big boys play soccer on TV, you'll notice you might notice that the referees are wired so they can communicate with one another verbally. I've seen that just a couple of times at the high school level, but usually not. Kind of go back to the old school communication. That's a great ball played out there by Cooper Reinert. Pedriera gets a head on it and puts it just out there. Zavala takes it. He's heading for the inline. He's trying to find a cross, trying to find an opportunity to cross. He's still got possession. Is able to keep it in bounds, but again, one touch too many. That looked ugly, but if you saw that closely, you'll see that Holden Petty got all ball on that, and the Blue Ridge player tripped over the ball. That doesn't make it hurt any less, however. Looks like we're going to have an injury moment here. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're back here. We had a brief injury timeout. The Blue Ridge player appears to be doing okay. He's being attended to on the sideline. It's going to be a throw in for Swain. Carter Davis looks like he's going to take the throw. I think he's going to do well, let's see what he's going to do. He's throwing it into Zavala. Zavala's just going to play it back deep to the Blue Ridge keeper. That's a gentlemanly thing to do. And then we'll put it into play. Whoa! J.J. Job took one right to the kisser there, but he looks like he's no worse for the experience. Playing Pedriera trying to beat one and get behind their defense. Fortunately, it's out for Swain throw-in. Job unable to handle that one. Cooper Reinert and Mystery racing after the ball. Reinert wins the race and shields it and lets it go out for a Swain throw-in. Anytime like that, the rule, if you want to shield the player off the ball, if the ball's rolling out and you want it to keep going out so that it's going to be your ball for a throw-in, if it was last touched by them, you're allowed to shield that ball to keep the player off the ball, the other player, but you have to be within playing distance of the ball, which means you can shield it, but you got to stay close enough to that ball that you could touch it. Throw-in coming in, looks like a dangerous situation here. Reinert plays the ball wide, turns it, and sends it upfield to give a little breathing room there for Swain. Zavala settles the ball. We got some numbers here. Zavala plays it out, back in. Nice play by J.J. Job there to play the ball back in. Pedriera's got it, trying to play it back into Zavala and unable to. And we'll have a throw in for Swain here. Anytime you can keep that play going, it's to your benefit because there's reinforcements trailing behind for the defense. What you'd like to do is get that opportunity when you can get some numbers ahead on them and take advantage. Nice step up there by Drew Johnson just stood right in front of the ball and knowing he was going to get creamed with that thing. Nice throw in by Johnson. And again, that's the same situation I just talked about earlier. The player was shielding the ball so his keeper could pick it up. He was in playing distance the whole time, so it's a perfectly fair play on his part. Throw in now for Blue Ridge. Last touched out of bounds there by Blue Ridge, so it'll be a throw in for Swain. Got about just over 6 minutes left in the half. 1-0 Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge did seem to be having the better of play, but Swain's been picking it up here the last few minutes and seems to be evening things out. What we'd like to see, of course, is this second half. We'd like to see an opportunity for Swain to get in there and level this thing up, maybe before we go into halftime. Bring it back out on an even keel for the second half. Carter Davis comes out of the fray with the ball. He puts one through, trying to find Pedriera out on the outside there, making a run. Preston Robinson keeps the attack alive for Swain. Zavala's got the ball at his feet. Still, Carter Davis puts one through the defense and forces Blue Ridge to play that one out.
After 35 minutes of play, the score remains 1-0 in favor of the Bobcats.
Got the lights on here at Boyce Dietz Field. Yeah, we can hear the buzz in the background. That's what alerted me to it, and I looked up and saw him. Referee says it's a Blue Ridge ball.
Double substitution for the
We got
Bobcats.
substitutions going on.
It'll be a Bobcat throw when play resumes.
Cooper Reinert struggling with his footing. I don't know if he still is, but I know at one time Cooper was a skateboard enthusiast. He probably feels like he's riding on a skateboard sometimes down there in that defense, the way he's been slipping around a little bit. Zavala settles the ball. Nice play out of the air to control it. He's got the wide play on the right. If he can get it there, he gets it through. That's a good ball to Schuler. He was onside. We need to get some numbers in.
Offsides on the Devils. It'll be a Bobcat throw or free kick.
Apparently he was not onside. Be a free kick coming out of the back off after the offsides, an indirect kick. Oh, a nice ball played through. Pedriera is going to get an opportunity for a cross here. We got some numbers in. Oh, he hits the football goal post, which automatically makes it a goal kick. Some of the schools you'll see they'll actually pull the soccer lines in about a yard on inside of the football out-of-bound lines there and into the end zone lines there, which will take that goal post out of the picture totally. And every once in a while on those like us that uses that common end line, you'll see that thing become a problem. Brody Randall comes out and clears the ball for Swain. That's a good presence in the goal by Brody coming out. About 2.5 minutes left in the half. Shot wide left by, that was Noah Pressler that took that shot for the Bobcats.
During halftime today, you might want to head over to the concession stand, pick up some good eats and some drinks. They will be open during the entire second half and halftime.
Reiner will take the kick here. Carter Davis trying to get a touch on it. Davis winds up with the ball here. He's looking. He's got Pedriera wide right. He tries to slot one through, but I think it's going to be too close to the goalkeeper, and their goalkeeper does exactly the same thing. To come out in goal for Blue Ridge. I'm trying to get a number. give you a name on him. Be a throw in again for Swain. The sun has dipped behind the mountain. We are thankful. It's going to be a much more pleasant second half from our perspective. Throw in Swain. Drew Johnson throws the ball in. Joey King over here defensively for Swain, trying to get the better end of that, and it does it, but Cooper Reinert puts it through, and looks like the Zavala on the right side got one to beat and plays it out.
A nice run. It will be a throw-in for the Blue Ridge Bobcats. A little over 30 seconds to play.
About a half a minute to go here in this first half. I think the Bobcats would be happy to take their 1-0 lead into the locker. What he's calling there is that the ball wasn't all the way out whenever the Swain player touched the ball. The Swain player was going to pick it up to throw it in, but if that ball hadn't traveled all the way out, it's a handball. That's what he called and gave the free kick. That's the end of the half here. We have a 1-0 lead by Blue Ridge. We look forward to having you back for an exciting second half, and let's get hopefully the Maroon Devils can make a good game out of it. Thank you very much. And welcome back for the second half. Swain and Blue Ridge. Looks like Swain's going to have the ball, the possession of the ball to start the second half. It's 1-0 Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge scored early in the first half, and it's kind of been a battle for the remainder of the first half. And we do have to say Blue Ridge probably or definitely, without a doubt, had the better of the opportunities. Several opportunities one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Oh, we have a handball there. This is going to give Swain a free kick.
It'll be a free kick for the Devils.
This is kind of we're almost up to that area where Carter Davis put one in the upper right 90. Our last broadcast against Murphy. Carter does take the kick again. He's got it up. Oh, wide left.
Wide with a beautiful shot.
From my angle, that looked like it was going to float right in there, and probably your angle too. Looks like we might have some ball boys in training here. Every team is asked, actually required, to have some ball boys to kind of fetch the balls to help keep play going and rolling. And I can tell you from experience that it looks like a much easier job than what it is, especially when you're talking about some of these youngsters. They have a lot of enthusiasm, but they got to get the flavor of where they're supposed to be when to be able to get the ball back in play. Zavala settles the ball at his feet briefly before it's taken by a Bobcat. Preston Robinson, number 4 for Swain, putting the defense there. Bobcat plays the ball through the slot. And Carter Farron took a wild shot there, and it was wide left, and
It'll be
be a goal kick for Swain. Looks like Holden Petty is going to take the goal kick for Swain. He's also a kicker for the football team. Looks like Petty's playing sweeper for Swain. Throw in by Zavala. Looking for Carter Davis's head, didn't quite get there. Drew Johnson steps up. Holden Petty's playing the ball back. Wins the tussle, turns it, and plays it back up for Swain to the half line.
Holden Petty clears the ball well, and it'll be a Swain throw.
Zavala's going to throw it in for Swain. Looking for his options. Tried to play that ball down over Schuler's head to maybe get some penetration down that line, but it looked like the ball may have been a little wet. Blue Ridge is back on the run here. Drew Johnson. Holden Petty's chasing down, and fortunately, I'm sure Carter Farron would like to have that shot back again. He took it a little early, and it was good fortune here for Maroon Devils. Drew Johnson battling, and he battles a little too hard and gets called for the foul.
Foul on Drew Johnson. It'll be a free kick for the Bobcats.
Noah Pressler to put the ball in play. Take the free kick for the Bobcats. Three-man wall standing up there for Maroon Devils. He chips the ball. They were able to get penetration and across there, which was, again, a dangerous situation, but Swain got out of that one okay. Carter Davis to throw it in for Swain. Zavala wins. Holden Petty to play it up, and last touch by a Bobcat. Carter Davis will throw it in. Davis to throw it in again. Looking for his options, kind of giving a head nod there, trying to get some movement. Winds up playing it back to Preston Robinson, who tries to play it back to Carter, but played it out of bounds instead. Holden Petty puts the ball back in up the line, a little too wide. Be a throw in for Blue Ridge. And this will be an easy pickup for Randall, the Swain keeper. Nate Logan tried to get ahead on that ball and kind of misjudged it. Ooh, just wide left.
Just wide by the Bobcats. It'll be a goal kick for the Devils.
Be a goal kick for the Maroon Devils. Looks like Holden Petty's going to take that goal kick again. Petty lines it up, lets it rip, gets the ball through. Carter Davis plays it out wide, trying to give Vincente Pedriera, but just a little over his head. So in by Blue Ridge, Carter Davis to head it back. And we'll have another throw in for Swain. Drew Johnson throws it in. Preston Robinson fighting there. Gets the ball back.
It'll be a throw in for the Devils.
Drew Johnson will throw this ball again. In high school, when you throw it in, the ball, if it doesn't come in at all, it's awarded back to the opposite team. And according to FIFA rules, if the ball never comes in play, you just, same person throws it in again. In high school, that's one of the subtle changes or differences between high school and FIFA. If it never comes in, the ball is awarded to the other team. It's like Drew Johnson's going to take a go at it with a goal kick here, kicking from the 6-yard box. It's a fly, gets it up over the first line of defense. Looks like Swain's going to wind up with it. Zavala's got it at his feet. Tries to slot one through. Last touched by Blue Ridge. It'll be a throw for Devils. Blue Ridge trying to get into the Swain D, and they did. Wound up, Drew Johnson had to put a touch on that ball. It'll be the last touch, and be a throw in for Blue Ridge. Zavala's going to wind up with this ball. He's got Schuler out wide. He finds him. Schuler trying to play the ball back in. Didn't quite get it that way. Had a nice little mishit by the Bobcats. Is going to give Swain a throw in there. Zavala going down the sideline, gets one for Schuler on that outside. I was kind of wondering about Cooper Reinert, who wasn't in the defense for Swain. He's out, and he was just over getting a little attention, it looked like. Not sure what the issue is. Handball on the play right before the free kick. It's going to be last touch by Swain, be a throw in for the Bobcats. Whoa, looks like we got a break there maybe. It's going to be a throw in for Swain. Holden Petty going to come and take the throw for Swain. Carter Davis got the ball at his feet. Plays it on up the sideline. Pedriera is going to give chase, try to put pressure, and yes, forces the Bobcat defender, Xylon Nopi, to play the ball out of bounds. Carter Davis coming over to take the throw. Throws back, finds Holden Petty. Holden makes a couple of touches, trying to get an opportunity to serve one into the box. You get down in there in that in the box, where we refer to the 18-yard box as just simply the box. Anytime you get an opportunity to serve one in there, if you got numbers in there, you try to take that opportunity. Looks like we had a handball on Swain, so we're going to have a free kick coming up here by the Bobcats. Ben Riddle, co-captain Ben Riddle, is going to take the free kick. I think he's asking for 10 yards, and you can see by the lines, there we go, that gives him his 10 yards. The faint football lines, I don't know if you can see them on your television screen, but he was at about 9 yards, so the referee stepped him back the other yard and took care of that. Oh, Holden Petty gets us some instant field position, but it's going to be a Bobcat throw-in. Nice throw. Schuler gets a hit on it, but doesn't put it in the direction he wants. Looks like Swain's going to wrap this one up, but be forced to. When you got a defender, when he's facing his own goal, it's a little scary. You know, you got attackers coming up behind you wanting that ball, so as a defender, very often the safest and smartest thing to do is just to play that ball out of bounds and get some help back to help you. Blue Ridge played the ball, dribbled it out of their box. Nice defensive play there. Nope, he's going to call a foul on. No, he's calling the foul coming the other way. foul on Blue Ridge. It'll be a free kick for Swain. Looks like Eddie Zavala is going to take the free kick for Swain. Blue Ridge just doesn't quite look like they got the numbers coming forward that they had earlier, which is a welcome relief. I don't know if they're protecting their 1-goal lead or if they're feeling like maybe we're putting a little more pressure on them that they're having to defend. Ben Cagle had a touch on the ball there. Carter Davis to play the ball up front. Looks like it's going to be a little too much. The keeper's going to be able to pick that one up and just put it right back. Here, keeper. Ball. Carter Davis gets the touch on it. Cagle trying to win it. Carter Davis winds up with it again. Davis, whoa, somersault after he loses the ball. Drew Johnson with a nice defensive move there. And unfortunately that ball is deflected with Drew Johnson having the last touch. So we'll have a throw in for Bobcats. Oh, nice play. Zavala winds up with the ball. He's got a little space. Plays it to Carter Davis. Davis back to Zavala. Zavala just couldn't quite get the touch. We got a fortunate bounce back. Putting the ball through. Unfortunately, our forward's unable to get onto that. We have a throw in coming up for Blue Ridge.
Nate Logan with an impressive run. This will be a Bobcats throw.
Nate Logan up top almost had an opportunity there to break away, get behind the defense. Austin Schuler heads the ball out of bounds. Get another throw in. Too much bouncing around there. Oh, off the crossbar. Fortunate bounce for Swain. Another cross. And Brody Randall comes up with the ball. Got a little help from the crossbar there once, and when they put it back in, Randall was up and got his paws on it, which is what we want to see. Nate Logan took a tumble there, but no foul. Again, Randall comes up good, but the follow-up, unfortunately, winds up for a goal for Blue Ridge. Carter Farron for Blue Ridge gives them their second goal with 24 minutes left. 24 minutes, 16 seconds left in the second half. That'll put Blue Ridge up 2-0. Pedriera with the ball out wide right. Dribbles. Trying to look for an opportunity to cross. Keeps dribbling. And finally gets a cross off. Blue Ridge did a good job there just taking out that crossing lane from him, taking out that crossing opportunity so that he never could pull the trigger on that. Or when he finally did pull the trigger, he didn't have a good angle with his to where he could get sufficient force on the ball to get a decent cross. Throw in Swain. Zavala shields the ball and is kicked out by Blue Ridge. Throw in. Pedriera heads the ball on. We'd like to see some people running up on that ball, but it's not. Be a throw in for Swain. You get those throw-ins very often. You're throwing in, and especially in the middle part of the field, you're looking for a player that can head it on and kind of skip it on a little bit further and or redirect it to one of your attackers making a run or a break or going through. Like right here, Carter Davis is looking to through the ball. He puts it through right there. Pedriera is going to be looking for an opportunity. He was trying to push the ball into the space and maybe run around and get to it, but the Blue Ridge defender stuck a hoof out there and got a hoof on it and played it out of bounds. Get throw in coming up for Swain. Davis winds up with the ball at his feet. Just couldn't quite get it settled.
Substitution for the Bobcats.
Bobcats made a substitution. I think Swain wanted one there too, but he didn't quite, Coach Outlaw didn't quite have his player at the half line, and to be eligible to come in as a substitute, you need to be standing right at that half line. Of course, some referees are more picky about how close to the half line than others, but obviously that wasn't close enough. Preston Robinson, fine defensively, going to wind up being a throw for the Maroon Devils. Now Coach Outlaw's going to get that sub.
It'll be a substitution for the Devils. Nate Logan leads the field.
Looks like Will Ogle's going to come in up top for Swain, replacing Nate Logan. Ogle's going to get an opportunity to run at the ball right off the bat here. Played out by the Blue Ridge defense. Johnson's going to throw the ball in for Swain, trying to go over the top of Schuler, but Schuler wasn't able to get around and get to the ball first. Another throw in for Swain. Johnson's looking for his opportunities. Again, picks Schuler, puts it at his feet. He gives the ball back, puts it back over the top. Combination there that could have turned out good. And I guess you have to say it did turn out good. We got some field position out of the play. Johnson now to throw the ball in from near the 18. And once again, the ball's out of play. Drew's arms are going to get tired over there if we don't get something going here. Zavala with the ball, trying to find an opportunity, trying to find a chance to shoot. He does let one fly, but it didn't quite have the accuracy that we needed there. Wide left.
The Bobcats have stretched their lead to 2.
We are halfway through the second half now. 20 minutes left in the second half. Again, it's 2-0 Blue Ridge. First time these two met, as I mentioned earlier, was a 3-0 game. Unlike this one, however, when we played at Blue Ridge, the game had remained tied 0-0 until late in the second half. Probably 8 or 9, 10 minutes left in the second half. All left in the game. Whoa, nice shot by Pedriera off the crossbar. That was sweet. If it had just gone in. Play on, here we go. Swain back on the attack, trying to mount something. Davis saves it from going out of bounds. But at Blue Ridge, they were able to score 3 goals in that last 10 minutes or so of the game. So it looked like it was a 3-0 game, but for 30 minutes, for 60 minutes, it was a close game. For 70 minutes, it was a close game, all but the last 10. Zavala winds up with the ball, bumping around a little bit there. He's trying to serve one up, serves it through. Got Schuler coming up on the ball, going to try to get a cross out of this, but just can't quite win the foot race. Will Ogle wound up with a possible opportunity there, but unable to get control of the ball. Goal kick by Blue Ridge, ball's up. Swain is definitely evened up, I think, the run of play a little bit in this half. Although Blue Ridge has gotten the goal to put them ahead 2-0. It's going to be a goal kick now.
I'm sorry, Holden Petty brings up a great opportunity for the Bobcats, and it'll be a goal kick for the Devils.
Our PA announcer here is struggling with Holden Petty versus Colin Petty. Holden's playing sweeper for us right now. Colin played for us, must have been about 3 years ago now. That's Holden's older brother. Holden's taking the kick out of the back. Nice goal kick, brings it up. Blue Ridge settle the ball, trying to find their ball through. Whoa, she's taking a shot by Ramirez. It's wide right. About 16 3/4 minutes left in the match tonight. Holden Petty to take the free kicks. Got a 2-0 Blue Ridge score right now. Swain's rattled the crossbar one time, looking for some opportunities, but it hadn't happened yet. Gonna be a throw ridge here for Blue Ridge. A throw in for Blue Ridge. I get my tongue untied. They're able to keep the ball in on the far side. Play back up. Zavala gets a touch on the ball, but he's going to be called for a dangerous play here. Just a high kick is not in and of itself a dangerous play. It only becomes dangerous if somebody else's face is in the way of it or near it, or in the opinion of the referee, it was dangerous because he kicked up that high. Kicker once again is asking for 10 yards. And once again, the referee backs him up about 1 yard. Free kick coming. Puts it over the top, and it's going to be a nice, easy Sunday hop for Brody Randall, the Swain keeper. Randall punts it out of the back. Blue Ridge bouncing the ball around there, trying to work the ball in the 18 and find an opportunity to uncork a shot, and unable to. Whoa. Goal, Blue Ridge.
Another goal by the
Number 7, Diego C, we'll call him. That last name's a doozy. It's a nice cross in there for that goal. It's a little close on the outside player that made that cross, whether he was onside whenever the ball was passed to him. But in the opinion of the assistant referee, he was. He makes the cross and was finished beautifully for a goal. That was a textbook goal from that standpoint. So we're at 3-0 here with about 14 minutes and 49 seconds left in the match. Control just going back and forth between these two teams. Pedriera winds up with the ball at his feet, trying to find Carter Davis making a run. A couple of substitutions coming in. Throw by Petty. Zavala. Oh, nice little touch there to win some space. He's looking, trying to find the perfect pass to make. Backs it up to Petty. Petty puts it up over the top. Going to get Pedriera in on the run. Pedriera still stands a chance. Oh, good opportunity there for Swain. Had some numbers up front, crashing the goal. Looks like Pedriera might have took one on the shin there, but he winds up playing it out wide right for a... looks like it will be a corner kick for Swain. Referee stops the clock. Player needing a little attention. He just felt like he was unable to continue play, so he stayed down. Player will very often do that. If he might be able to walk, but if he stands up, the referee's going to say keep playing. So you stay down until the referee says, all right, go ahead, let's sub for him. That's what happened here. Pedriera is off the field. Zavala's going to take the corner for Swain. Ball's up. Trying to find Blue Ridge keeper just couldn't get a handle on that ball and finally wound up just kicking it out of bounds himself. Colin Petty for the throw in for Swain. Finds Carter Davis's head. Carter trying to put it in that sweet little corner there, hoping somebody can make a run and get a cross off. But a little too much on the header. Just under 13 minutes left in the match. 3-0 Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge with the throw. Zavala got an opportunity here. Cranks the shot. And Blue Ridge keeper able to take care of that relatively easily. Colin Petty. I'm sorry. Holden Petty. Our PA announcer's got me calling Holden. Colin. Holden Petty with a header there. Holden Petty wins with the play there as well, clearing it out of the back. Blue Ridge puts the ball on goal. And there's going to be a goal for Blue Ridge. Keeper got caught a little bit in no man's land there. Brody Randall had to make a decision whether he stays put and winds up one-on-one or come out and try to play it. He came out, and unfortunately the Blue Ridge attacker was able to get the better of that. Be 4-0 Blue Ridge. Just over 12 minutes. 12 minutes and 12 seconds left to play. Zavala with the ball for Swain. Backed it up to Drew Johnson, who I think got fooled by that just a little bit. That should be a throw in for Swain right there. Holden Petty throwing it in for Swain, throws it into Johnson at sweeper. He plays it back out, and Holden sends the ball up. Preston Robinson cleared out of bounds for Swain. Blue Ridge with a long throw into the 18-yard box. Holden Petty's going to shield that thing, but it just doesn't have enough to get out. Blue Ridge winds up, and Holden winds up kicking it out for a throw-in.
It'll be a throw for the Bobcats.
Classic example of why there's a corner flag right there. The ball hit the corner flag, and you could tell which side of the corner flag the ball wound up going on based on which way the corner flag flew, so it's a throw-in for the Bobcats. Swain looking to get the ball out of the back, struggling to get the ball out of the back. And that's going to be a wide shot by Blue Ridge, so we'll get a goal kick now for Swain.
The Devils get a goal kick.
Swain playing a little depleted tonight. Leading scorer Ryan Tranter not able to make this match tonight. Takes a lot out of the attack there. And then now our sweeper, Cooper Reinert, hasn't been able to play this second half. Two very important contributors for the Maroon Devils. Throw in Blue Ridge. Swain would like to get that ball just out of here. Be a throw in for Blue Ridge over in the far corner. Which throws the ball in. And it's kicked out the end line. Will be a goal kick for Swain.
Just under 10 minutes to play.
Carter Davis is going to have a go at the goal kick now. Kind of spoiled having Cooper Reinert back there kicking the ball out for us. And since Cooper's been out, they've kind of been goal kicked by committee. You throw in for Blue Ridge. Just over 9 minutes left in the match. 4-0 Blue Ridge. Looks like this is going to set up quite the end of the season coming up the last week or so. Highlands and Blue Ridge are both undefeated in the conference. They were slated to play earlier in the season. Game was rained out and had to be rescheduled for later in the season, and it wound up that both of those games, I think, are played in about a week's time, so they could wind up having 2 games in the last week of the season and be both going into it undefeated in conference play. Highlands has won the conference the past several years. The last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, Swain has come up as runners-up in the conference. But it's kind of always been between Blue Ridge and Swain for that runners-up position.
After a substitution for Blue Ridge.
Be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Schuler trying to get an opportunity down that sideline, unable to, but it will be a throw in. Johnson throws the ball in and gets headed out by the Blue Ridge defense. Davala with the ball. He's turning, trying to find. He does have Carter Davis. Carter's going to tee one up and right into the bread basket of the Blue Ridge goalkeeper. Holden Petty gets a flick on the ball, but we're going to have a one-on-one here with the keeper, it's looking like. Good scoring opportunity there for Blue Ridge, thwarted by the Swain defense, ultimately. Substitution coming in for the Maroon Devils.
Substitution for the Devils. Jake Pitney leaves the game.
Bobcats have the ball deep in Swain territory in the 18-yard box, kicking around. Gets a deflection. Trying to get that open shot. Unable to so far. Carter Davis gets a flick on it. Joey King. And Blue Ridge trying to put it right back in. It's going to be past the end line for a goal kick for Swain.
The Devils get another goal kick. 5.5 minutes remaining in the game.
Carter Davis going to take the goal kick for Swain. Field showing a little bit of sign of wear here. If you're looking down, you can see where the cleats have eaten into the turf. It's always a beautiful field here, but we knew going into it that it was going to be a wet, spongy surface today. But given the lateness of the season and the need to make sure we get all these conference games in, Athletic Director Neil Blankenship gave us the okay to play today. He walked the field early first thing this morning and said it's soggy, but we're going to try to do it. Hopefully a few hours of sunshine will help, and it did help quite a bit. And we walked it again. I walked it with Coach Blankenship about noon this afternoon, or noon today. And again, there was water squishing up, but we made the definite decision at that point to go ahead and get the game in. Really gives us problems here at the end if you do have those rainouts, because you wind up having to play back-to-back games, and Back-to-back games are pretty tough on these fellas. They're usually a little sore and stove up after a game, and to have to turn right around and play another game the very next day sometimes takes a little out of you. Of course, that wouldn't be so bad if the other team was in the same predicament, but very often you wind up playing against somebody that's fresh, and you're just coming off of a game the previous day. Pedriera's got the ball. He's looking for his options. Chris Santoyo is going to get a touch on it. Might get an opportunity. Chris plays it in. Dawson Allen up there working and teaming up with Chris Santoyo, trying to make something happen. Struggling to get a ball in play here, but we finally have. We've thrown in by Johnson. Fortunately, one of the balls went over the fence, so the ball boys are trying to figure out how to work that. Oh, whoa, Zavala. Zavala was trying to get a shot off, and it looked like he just got his legs taken out from behind there, but play on. Drew Johnson tried to save that ball from going out of bounds and was unable to. Substitution coming in. Got 2.5 minutes left in the game here.
2 more substitutions for Blue Ridge.
Unfortunately, it's been pretty much all Blue Ridge, 4-0. And they've had several other good scoring opportunities that did not come to fruition. And Swain's had a couple opportunities. Swain rattled a crossbar earlier in the second half. Pedriera's got the ball, playing it up to trying to find Johnson. Pedriera again. Zavala's he's right in front of the goal, or lined up on the goal, trying to get an opportunity. Ben King in defense is going to try to play this one out for Swain. Shot taken. Reeled in by Brody Randall with no problem. Brody puts the ball up, setting it to center circle. Drew Johnson gets a flick on. Austin Schuler trying to get in a position to cross that ball, and played out by the Bobcat defense.
A little over a minute to play.
Schuler backs it up to Johnson. Johnson tries to cross one in there. A little too close to the keeper. Need to pull it back just a wee bit. Nice punt by the about to have some trouble there, but Carter Davis got back and helped us out. Here's that ball out. Down to about 45 seconds left in the game now. It's going to be a throw in for Swain. Johnson with the ball. Plays it to Dawson. Dawson Allen there. Playing up, getting some time in up top for the Maroon Devils. Carter Davis plays it out of bounds safely. Going to be a throw in for Blue Ridge with about 5 seconds left. I want to thank you for joining us. It's been a beautiful night for soccer here. Unfortunately, it hadn't been a beautiful night on the scoreboard for the Maroon Devils. After regulation,
And
the game final score, Blue Ridge 4, Swain 0. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again.